Okay, so go ahead and label your notes as Unit 9, Part 2. And remember, what I'm going over that's new in this screencast is not on your quiz on Monday. So let's start off and let me give you two practice problems to do. These are old materials, so you should be able to do them. So here are two practice problems. If the hydronium ion concentration is 1.1 times 10 to the minus 6 molar, pH is what? And if OH minus is 8.7 times 10 to the minus 4 molar, pH is what? So pause the screencast, solve them, and then turn it back on to check. Okay, and so here is what you should have when you solved. This should not be anything new. You should have been able to do this. This is our old formulas. But this is going to lead into what we're doing new. So the new kind of problem that we're doing is if they give you pH and they ask you to solve for H3O plus concentration. And so the way that you're going to solve this, you're going to start off exactly the same way as we've been doing every other problem. So I want to see your formula first. And then once you write your formula, I want you to substitute what you know. And then after this point, this is where it's going to be different from what we've done before. So the part that I'm going to write in red now, you do not have to write. I'm just trying to show you math-wise what we're doing. So we want to get this piece of it all by itself. So we need to get rid of the minus sign and we need to get rid of the log. Let's get rid of the minus sign first because that's the easiest and most of you will be able to follow me. So I'm going to multiply both sides by -1. So then I get negative 12.16 equals the log of H3O plus concentration. All right, so now I need to get rid of this log. And the way that you get rid of a log is you take the anti-log. So we're going to do the anti-log of both sides. And what the anti-log actually is taking 10 to an exponent. So when you're looking at your calculator, you're looking for the button that has 10 to the x, and that's what you're going to be pushing. So when you enter this in your calculator, you want to enter in this. And that's going to get you your hydronium ion concentration. And so when you solve that in your calculator, 10 to the x, and then you plug in negative 12.16, you should get 6.9 times 10 to the minus 13th molar as your hydronium ion concentration. Okay, so let's try one with pOH, which is going to solve exactly the same way. So go ahead and pause the video, try your best. Remember, write your formula first, substitute what you know in second, and then solve. So hit pause, solve it, and then turn the screencast back on again. So the formula you wrote down should have been pOH equals the negative log of OH concentration. Substitute in what you know, and since the log is on the other side, you know that you're going to have to use the anti-log. So when you plug it into your calculator, you're really hitting 10 to the x, negative sign, 1.111. And then you need 3 sig figs, so your answer should be 0.0774 molar. Now what I have written in red, you need to have written down on your piece of paper or on your OneNote. What I have in green, if you want to write it to help you know what you're plugging into your calculator, you can, but you do not have to write what I have in green. What I have in red is required, green, up to you. Okay, so I think that you guys are so confident with the formulas and you are pretty good at solving for H3O plus, OH minus, pH, pOH. Let me go ahead and just give you a problem and let's see how far you can get on it. So if I give you that the pH of a solution is 5.11, but this time I want the OH minus concentration. So this one's going to be multiple steps. You're going to have to use at least 2 formulas. Remember, I want to see formulas, substitution, solving. All right, pause this and then turn it on when you're ready. Okay, so here are the ways to solve. And this is one of those problems where you have 2 pathways that you could go to solve your problem. So either do the red way or do the green way. Don't do them both. So I'll go over the red way. So they gave me pH. I used pH plus pOH equals 14 in order to find pOH. And then I used my pOH in the next formula to solve for OH concentration, and I get that OH concentration is 1.3 times 10 to the minus 9. I just needed 2 sig figs because my pH that I started with only had 2 sig figs. All right. If you went the other way and you took pH and you went to find H3O plus concentration, you could have done that as well. So you would have found the H3O plus concentration to be 7.8 times 10 to the minus 6. And then you would plug it into the H3O plus concentration times OH minus concentration equals 10 to the minus 14th. And then you would also get the same exact answer. Okay. I want you to look at your work and pick up a highlighter and highlight the formula that you used. You should be highlighting 2 formulas. Now pick up another color and highlight where you substituted. If you can't find something to highlight for both of those parts, you would have lost points on your quiz. So I, on your quiz, am looking for formula and substitution. All right, so that is the next section that we're going to be doing. This is Unit 9, Part 2. And your homework, had you been in class today, would be page 130, A through D, page 131, E, 2, 3, and 4. I will see you Monday.